Greetings, YouTube community, sports fans nationwide, or at least MLB or Yankee fans. You've entered the Sports Opinion Log in Lex Anderson world. I'm Lex Anderson. Give me 10 minutes and I'm going to give you the world of sports. Again, Major League Baseball, Derek Jeter, and what do you think? Okay, so let's strike them out. I've noticed, or I came across an article a couple of days ago that talked about how for the second time on opening day that players' salaries have decreased. So, being the sports historian that I am, I decided let me look into this decrease in players' salary, because how could that be possible when you have Mike Trout being the first 400 plus, 450 to be exact, plus $1 million man, and Bryce Harper with 330, Machado with 300, Giancarlo Stanton with 325, and these are millions of dollars, folks, that I'm talking about, not hundreds or even 100,000. So let's find out what Major League Baseball players must be going to bed hungry due to Major League Baseball players' salaries being on the decline. So I just did some research to look up these numbers, and let's see what we have here. Hold on here. Okay, so in 2017, total player salaries was $4.8 billion. In 2018, it decreased to $4.06 billion. And this season, 2019, it is currently even at $4 billion. Major League Baseball profits and revenue are $10+ billion. And clearly, I also came across an article about how the owners amongst all the clubs give themselves a arbitration belt when winning arbitration cases that keep the salary low, which offended the MLB union chief president, Mr. Clark. So let's see what we got here, though, in terms of how that breaks down from a salary perspective. Okay, here we go. Let's see. The average Major League Baseball salary is $4,375,000, a drop of $36,000. Wow. So let's see. You have management with a arbitration belt that they award to the general managers that could keep their costs very low, excuse me. And then you have players with agents whose job it is to make sure that they get the most. So Mr. Clark acting like he's offended by management celebrating keeping costs down is leading me, the prophet, to decree that be it next year or whenever the next contract is up, there will be a lockout of the players by the owners. So I'm just making this video to put it there in the sports annals of history that I, the prophet, am decreeing that Major League Baseball, which already isn't even that really popular in North America in terms of viewership, it's, NFL, NBA, then you have Major League Baseball. Despite them having 162 games, they're taking steps to quicken the game and fastening the pace and doing stupid little things like, putting a limit on mound visits. Like, who really cares? Like, baseball's good if you're in person, if you've never been, to go see. Okay, so let's see what we have here. $36,000. What a shame. Let's see what else we have here that I might have saved. Okay. More than 175 players were eligible for arbitration. However, teams settled with the majority, so only 10 cases actually went to arbitration. And out of the 10 cases, 6 players won. So what's the gripe? Giving them actually a winning record for the 3rd time in 4 years. 5th time since '96, 11th time since arbitration started in 1974. Players claim that Major League Baseball and the owners and general managers should be ashamed that they would celebrate at keeping salaries low. That's what businesses do. I mean, like, how unions are a rarity in today's work environment outside of, fire, the fire department, police department, carpenters, carpentry, electricians, teachers, and you see how or hospitals. And at the end of the day, management is still going to do what management does, which is why I see or foresee that there'll be a lockout, because no one's forcing management to make Machado, Harper, and Trout the highest paid players in the history of North American sports, period, let alone the respective game of baseball. Why? The popularity is on the decline. And clearly they must enjoy wasting their TV contract money, because that's where it's coming from. And for God's sake, it's just a toy championship belt. It's like so stupid. Executive Director Tony Clark, that's his full name, is upset about it. And this season, being the 2019 season, it is baseball's 150th anniversary. All right. So let's see here. Hold on, no, we have some more here. Okay, let's see. Teams guaranteed more than $1.1 billion to 11 players. 5 of the deals were over $100 million. What's the problem? No, really, like, what's the problem? And come on, Harper, Machado, Nolan, Arenado. I might for goodness sake, Verlander was given another $66 million, and he's old and he's on the decline. Makes no sense. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, Verlander got a per year record for pitchers. And some guy named Eljoy Jimenez got $43 million before he even stepped foot on the field. Come on. So let's see. From what I'm reading here, there was $600 million more in extensions as owners spent more money giving players who are already under contract versus letting them walk via free agency. So I guess what, the players union is upset that players like Luis Severino, already under contract, are being, because let's face it, if I have you under contract and I'm giving you $1 to $2 million per season and you nearly won 20 games, if I'm going to give you $40 to $80 million to you, that's a lot of money. You're going to take that, especially if you're coming from, I don't want to label it a third world country, but DR, Cuba, that's where it's at. The Yankees clearly have scouting personnel out there in DR to see who the new and upcoming talent will be. That's where they're getting these players from. So if you give someone who is earning a base salary of a little over $500,000, $40 million, yeah, they're going to take that and be happy with that. And that's the job of the agent, to make sure he gets the right deal, the best deal for his player. And sometimes the best deal doesn't mean you'll be happy with the team you're with. Look what happened to Bryce Harper. Booed on opening day, on his 0-4 day. And then he hit a home run finally, but it wasn't even with his own bat. Look at that. You're making over $330 million and you hit your first home run off of a teammate's bat? What, Bryce Harper can't afford to buy bats to his liking? I'm surprised he wasn't using his home run derby bat. But we'll see what the future holds. That's all I have for this video. I thank you very much for tuning in. What's your take on baseball with the contracts? Do you feel it's out of control? Do you feel like the players still deserve even more of their slice of the MLB profit pie? Let me know. Drop a comment below. Make sure to like the video. If you don't like the video, it's whatever. It's like Sanderson world. It's my world. I'll say as I please and do what I want to do. Shout out to my IGTV family, community. Thank you all very much for tuning in. That is all I have. Until next time, America, play ball.